Hey friends, welcome to C Sharice AI, where we are going to talk about faith, purpose, and how AI can make your life a whole lot easier no matter what your age. Now, let me go ahead and say it. I'm 62, and yes, I'm learning AI. And y'all, it has changed everything. I'm not talking about robots taking over. I'm talking about how it's made my life simpler, smoother, and honestly, kind of fun. I use AI to help me with my business, my content, even my grocery list. It's like having a personal assistant who never sleeps and they never complain and they actually listen. You know how that is. But before I got here, let me take you back a little bit because it took me a minute to get to this point to where I could get on YouTube and tell you all what I'm learning. So let me talk about what happened first. I retired. Okay. If you all have been following me for a while, you know in 2020, I was one of those folks who retired during the pandemic. After 30 years of working for someone else, boom, I was like, is it just me? I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired of it. So I just decided I was going to retire. No time clock, no boss, just me, my laptop, and a lot of so how do I make all this come together? Now, this was before we had AI, okay? So a lot of the things that I was doing, I was having to do a lot of processes to get to the final product, all right? So I started my first business, and baby, let me tell you, that first business was a complete flop, like capital F flop. I pivoted at least 4 times trying to find my lane. In that time, I wrote 8 Bible study manuals and created workbooks, and I filled my Etsy shop with all kinds of digital products. And I was working hard, but I wasn't working smart. So then November 30th, 2022 came around, and baby, that was the day things changed. The day Chat GPT was introduced to the world. And that day, everything in my life and my processes shifted. Everything changed. Say that with me. Everything changed. And you know what? Everything in our lives consistently change. So we gotta be willing to change along with it, okay? So I was curious, and curiosity got me hooked. I started learning how to talk to AI like I was talking to a friend. And I was really surprised when it began to talk back with answers that were actually good. I thought, what in the world? This is a magic tool. I love it. And before I knew it, I was using AI to brainstorm, to organize, to plan, to help me write out and structure, and to design. Y'all, I even created my own gospel music channel. Yep, I sure did. Songs that literally sing the scripture. And because I like variety, I got an R&B neo soul version and a country gospel version. I didn't even know I liked country music, but I really enjoy doing the country music songs. So yes, I'm saved, I'm sanctified, and I'm slightly soulful on the YouTube. Okay. And I am having the time of my life. So you're saying, okay, but how can this help me? All right, it can help us seniors a lot. Let's talk about how AI can help you as an individual. So I'm on Social Security. Now, I am one that I decided that I was going to take my Social Security as soon as it became available to me. Pause, disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. You're going to have to do your own research. All right. I did what was best for me and my life. Okay. All right. So this is what I did. So if you're on Social Security and you feel like you're drowning, I get it. When I retired, I decided to go ahead and start collecting my check as soon as I could. And honestly, that decision helped me to see my money more clearly as I put everything that I do, every bill, every business venture that I was doing, I put it all into Chat GPT. And I said, this is my pension, this is my savings, this is my Social Security. And now I can see where it's leaking and where I can grow. A lot of times we don't see the leaks, we don't see the cracks, but when it's all written out, and y'all, it took me time to put all the information in there, but within a matter of seconds, boom, it gave me a full outline of what I could do to save better, how I could use my money to grow better. You see that? So again, I'm going to say it again. Ding, ding, ding. I am not a financial advisor. I'm telling you what worked for me and that you can try it and you make the decision as to whether or not you want to apply some of the things that you learn as you put it in there. AI can help you do the same thing. You can ask AI to help you calculate how much you can earn before it affects your Social Security. Some of you may be thinking about, well, maybe I need to go get a part-time job because things are getting a little tight. Inflation has caused everything to go up. It will tell you exactly how much you can earn before they begin to take money out of your check or hold back your check because you might make too much money if you're under the age of, for my group, I was the late end of the baby boomers. I was born in 63. So it's not until I turned 67 that I have to watch how much I earn, or I can forget about the check, send it back, or put a pause on it and only take the money from the job that I choose to go and get or the business that I start. And oh my gosh, it's so tricky even with that. There's two levels to that. There is passive income that you can make that Social Security does not see it as work added money because you're not physically having to handle each product. Or you can go and get a job, and then that's where you have to be careful about how much extra money you make. Or you can just go ahead and work again for the next, if you're only 60, you would have to work for the next 7 years. And then you can, after you reach the full retirement age, you can then make as much as you want and there is no issue. Why that is, I don't know. Because we put the money in there. You shouldn't tell me. You didn't ask me how I want it taken out, so you shouldn't hold it back on me whenever I want my money. But that's a whole nother tangent. So it can help you also find legal ways to earn extra money. Keep legal ways, y'all, because we all starting side hustles, but they need to be legal, okay? Legal ways to earn extra money, like I said before, selling digital products, freelance gigs. For those of you all that used to be teachers, I mean, you can start creating planners. You can create all kinds of things, activity pages. There's so many things that you can do that you are accustomed to doing that you can actually make money off of. Or, you know, you can get some part-time ideas. You know, it will help you create or open up the thought processes of creating new things to help you gain more money. All right. Now, again, I'm going to say it for the third time. I am not a financial advisor. So you need to check with your advisor or the Social Security office for the final word. But I can help you get started thinking differently. Okay. Here's another thing you can ask Chat GPT or whatever learning module you decide to use. You can ask AI to organize your week. It can help you plan your meals. What? You can tell it what you have in your refrigerator, what you have in your pantry, and it can help you plan your meals. It can track your appointments. It can even remind you just to drink water. Just type create a simple weekly schedule for a however old you are. I'm going to say a 62-year-old woman who wants to balance rest, walking, business tasks, and Bible study. And boom, it'll give you a plan. Isn't that something? All right. So AI can help you build passive income streams. It can give, you can ask it, give me 5 ways to make extra income using my skills, and then tell it what your skills are or your hobbies. Tell it what your hobbies are and tell me 5 different ways to make extra income from home. You'd be surprised how many ideas come up out of that. And some of them just might be the one that turns into your money-making idea, all right? This is what I mean when I say AI isn't taking from us, it's teaching us, it's helping us to reclaim our time and our creativity. All right, so what I'd like to do is I'm thinking, let's go over here, and I already have a thought that I want ChatGPT. Now you can use Claude, you can use Bard, you can use whichever learning module that works best for you. All right. So let me share my screen, and I'm gonna have to put my glasses on so I can share my screen. Y'all, when you get a little older, the little eyes get a little dimmer. All right, let me share my screen with you all. Okay. So we're going to type this in, and I'm going to put this down in the description, but it says, you are my personal assistant. Now, you have to tell ChatGPT what role it's playing. If you don't tell it what role it's playing, it's going to give you some pretty generic answers, okay? But the more you work with it, the more you begin to see, okay, that didn't really give me what I was looking for. Let me try it this way. And you begin to word things. You can even ask, I use ChatGPT, and I use Claude, and I use Gemini. Again, there's Bard, Perplexity. There's just so many of them out there. You'll find the one that works best for you. They all have a free account. I think that you should start with the free ones. And if you like using it, if you see that you're going to use it a lot, then go ahead and get the paid plan. But for the free one, it gives you a lot of information. Okay. So you tell it what its role is. So I'm telling my ChatGPT, you are my personal assistant. Okay, hold on. Let me back up. For those of you all that this may be your first time even thinking about opening up an account with a learning module, let's go, and you would go over here to, since I already have mine up, I don't want it to, well, you're going to come out here and you're looking for the official ChatGPT website, okay? And then you're going to click on that, and you're going to set up a free account. You don't have to put in a credit card or anything like that. You just set up a free account, whether it's under Claude, whether it's under Bard, whether it's under ChatGPT. I started with ChatGPT. I'm a little partial to her because that's who I started with. I'm like one of those people who, when I get started with something, I'm there for life. All right. So I'm telling ChatGPT, you are my personal assistant. I'm 60 plus. You can put your actual age in here if you want, and curious about how AI can save me time every day. Suggest 3 things I can try this week using free, keyword free, AI tools. And then you just hit the little up arrow, and let's see what it says. Oh, this is going to be very, very interesting. Okay, listen to what it's saying. So it says, love that you're diving into AI, Chauntelle style. My chat knows me, and it's going to talk a little snarky because I like chat to be a little snarky with me. And I like it to push the envelope a little bit, but that may not work for you. So you're gonna be able to tell it how to work for you, how you want it to talk to you. At first, I used to have it would answer me like with those little fluffy answers. And I said, do not answer me like that. I like a little snark and a little sass. And it just comes back with all this stuff. All right. So here are some plans or some things that chat says that we can do. It says, Your everyday shortcut buddy. Try this. Ask it to write a grocery list based on what you already have in your fridge. All right. So this time, whenever you get ready to go to the grocery store, now, if you're like me, my grocery list is in my head and I always forget something. And why I don't write it down at 62, you would think that I would have changed, but I have not changed my ways in that particular area of my life. I cannot remember the last time I went to the grocery store with a list. But those of you all that do, I was thinking about this. I want to ask chat, can it do that? Let me see something. Chat, if I tell you what store I shop at and what I need, can you tell me how do I want to say this? What is the best way to not overspend and go directly to the products I need and make sure I see the sale items for that week so I can get in and out of the store on budget? Okay, so here's what chat is telling us. So it says, here's what I can do if you tell me which store you shop at, like Kroger, H-E-B, Publix, Aldi, Walmart, blah, blah, blah. What you need this week, the groceries, household, toiletries, etc. Your budget, I want to stay under $85. Then I can pull the current sales. What you say? Did you hit? Pull the current sales and discounts for that store using up-to-date online circulars. It will create a store map style list, starting with essentials, then sales, then optional extras. What? Highlight where to save, for instance, buy the store brand on this, use digital coupon on that. Give you a 10-minute in and out plan so you're not wandering the aisles and getting tempted by just one more thing, the ice cream aisle. Do you see this? Do you see how this can cut down on your day? Mothers, oh my gosh, grandmothers, give this to your daughters. Come on. We can share and teach each other how to save time in the grocery store. Whoever thought that the AI could do that? Do you see why it's so important that we get on board with this and we see how we can really use this? So I want you to hear me out. You're not too old to learn this. You've already thought more. Oops, let me get my, I forgot to stop sharing my screen, y'all. Okay, there we go. Stop share. Stop share. Okay, there we go. Y'all, you can tell I'm 62 and I don't know how to use all this computer stuff like them young kids do. I forget that I have to turn stuff off, but I can get done what I need to get done. All right. But listen, you're not too old to learn this. You've already lived through more tech stuff, more tech shifts than you realize. You went from rotary phones. Come on, how y'all remember? And then we had to wait till that thing to come back around. Or when you got mad and you slammed that phone down. These children nowadays don't even know the joy that we got when we were slamming that phone. Bam, take that. We went from rotary phones to cell phones or smartphones, from mailing bills to now doing Zelle, from encyclopedias to Google. Come on, and chat. I use chat more than I use Google. You've been adapting your whole life. AI is just your next upgrade. So I know a lot of people are saying, oh, but the AI is just bad. It's evil. Well, I hate to tell you this part, but this phone, that's AI. AI, AI is all in here. The computer that you're watching this on, it's AI. Your television, if you have what they call a smart TV, that's AI. Even some of our refrigerators, my refrigerator has AI on it. Come on, your car, they hook it up to the computer. It's AI. So we've been using these products, we've been using AI, but we just didn't look at it like that because it was only afforded to big business. But now it's at our fingertips. And so now we have to learn how to use it. And I'm going to tell you something. If you don't learn it, you're going to get left behind. So you need to get curious about AI. You use it every day in your life, but now you can use it to help you do things quicker, more, well, that's the same word, more efficient, free up all kinds of time. All right. Listen, you have to stay curious, you have to keep learning, and you have to remember wisdom plus curiosity. What does that equal? Unstoppable. I don't know what you said, but the word I was going for is unstoppable. So before you go, I have a little freebie for you. It's called Chat GPT Prompts for Seniors. 15 ways to simplify your life and save time. These are everyday prompts that'll help you with budgeting, meal planning, organizing your day, finding hobbies, and even writing that book or that journal you've been thinking about, but you just didn't know how to get it started, or you've started it and you got stuck. AI can kind of help you unlock your thought processes so that you can finish it up. All right. So look down in the comment section for that. You'll be able to get that so easily and you're going to enjoy it. I cannot wait to hear what you discovered as you started tinkering around on the AI. Because around here, we're not resisting the future, we're redeeming it. All right. I'll see you next time. And bring your curiosity with you and let me know in the comments, what did you do? Which one of these things did you allow AI to teach you? When you put that comment in that, or that question in that's down in the description, when you put that in, what did you get? All right. If you just go down that checklist, that'll keep you busy for about 3 or 4 months. It sure will. All right, guys. I'll see you next time. Love y'all. Bye.